One of the topics of our talks was cooperation in the cyber domain, primarily in the context of countering attacks. We talked about the cooperation of special forces. We also talked about the support that both countries are providing to Ukraine. We are well aware of the threats. We are unanimous when it comes to opposing Putin's attempts to rebuild the Russian Empire. As Moscow and Minsk rattle their arsenals, including their nuclear weapons, we understand that no concessions can be made to the current Kremlin regime. Long-term deterrence of Russia and response to aggression require an increase in combat capabilities on the eastern flank. That is why Poland's military build-up is a model for other NATO countries to follow. During the meeting, the ministers discussed the existing military cooperation between the two countries and will define the direction of further development. In addition, ministers of defence discussed the current security situation in the region in the context of the continuing war in Ukraine and discussed preparations for the NATO summit in Vilnius in July. It is very symbolic that the preparations for the NATO summit in Vilnius have brought us together here in Warsaw. Both Poland and Lithuania see Russia as a long-term threat to Western security and democratic values, to the stability of the international system based on mutual trust. As Moscow and Minsk brandish weapons, including nuclear weapons, we understand that concessions cannot be made to the Kremlin regime. We agree that we must work both in a bilateral format as well as jointly using the capabilities of NATO and the European Union. We agree to intensify joint military exercises. We cooperate on arms purchases. We are purchasing GROM air defence systems at a cost of more than 20 million euros, Lithuania's defence minister noted after the meeting. The Lithuanian defence minister stressed Poland's role in ensuring security on NATO's eastern flank and praised the process of strengthening the armed forces. A decisive response begins on the front line in Ukraine. We stand united with this struggling nation. NATO should continue to strengthen its forward defence. Long-term deterrence of Russia and response to aggression require an increase in combat capabilities on NATO's eastern flank. Poland's strengthening of its armed forces is a model for other allied countries to follow. At the Vilnius summit, we are pursuing practical solutions to strengthen the defence of NATO's eastern flank, Minister Arvydas Anušauskas said. After the plenary talks, the defence ministers of Poland and Lithuania signed a joint position on the development of further military security cooperation. Deputy Prime Minister Błaszczak said that Lithuania has decided to purchase Polish GROM anti-aircraft systems. Today we discussed, among other things, joint arms purchases. I am very pleased and thankful for the Lithuanian decision on the purchase of GROMs, which will go to the equipment of the Lithuanian armed forces. This is another transaction of this kind, which speaks very well of our relations.